Thank you so much for joining us this evening for this year's Starlight Soiree, presented by RBC Wealth Management. I'm Jen Polzin, and it's my great pleasure to serve as Tubman CEO. And I'm so excited tonight to be with all of you and with T. Mychael Rambo, Regional Emmy Award-winning actor, vocalist, educator, and community organizer.
Why, thank you muchly. It's very nice to be here, and I'm happy to see all of you out there, and Jen, of course, you as well. Welcome to all watching. It's going to be a fantastic and inspiring evening. Before we get to the heart of why we're here, let's take care of some very important business, shall we?
We want to thank this year's presenting sponsor, RBC Wealth Management, and our other generous sponsors, sponsor of Healing, Thomson Reuters.
Our sponsors of commitment are Deluxe, McGough Construction, and Sears Mercedes-Benz.
And our sponsors of Courage, Bernstein Global Wealth Management, Faegre Drinker, Fox Rothschild, and NFP.
Our amazing event partners this year include Event Lab with Decor, Headland with video production, and Venture Solutions with printing, and to our pro bono graphic designer, Mary Ann Colston.
Many thanks to the dedicated 2021 Soiree Committee, including Event Chair Ruth Maynard, Auction Chair Shannon Brooks, and committee members Kelly Anthony, Brandon Balma, Robin Coquette, Sarah Efert, Tammy Follett, Deborah Gilroy, Dolores Caron, Joanne McGuire, Stephanie Norfleet, Helen O'Malley, Katie Powers, Cindy Sprider, Ashley West, Yua Yang, and event planner Paul Hinderauger.
We are also grateful for tonight's virtual table host. Their financial commitment and inviting others to learn more about Tubman means so very much. Thank you for your dedication and supporting and making tonight's event all possible. And now, here's a message from presenting sponsor, RBC Wealth Management.
RBC Wealth Management is proud to support Tubman and has been a strong supporter of their mission through foundation grants, sponsorships, and employee volunteerism. We believe the strength of the business is directly tied to the well-being of the communities where we do business. We have a series of programs to support community needs, both from a corporate perspective and grassroots through our employees. RBC nurtures a culture of giving and philanthropy that spans decades. To support vulnerable populations and communities during the COVID-19 pandemic, RBC Wealth Management committed $500,000 to the United Way's COVID-19 Community Response and Recovery Fund. Following the troubling death of George Floyd, RBC committed an additional $250,000 to several organizations. Even amidst turbulent times during the past year, one thing remains constant: RBC's purpose of helping clients thrive and communities prosper.
Thank you, RBC. We appreciate your leadership, generosity, and partnership. You know, there's so much happening in our community and in the world right now. And after this last year in particular, we are so grateful to you all watching tonight, tuning in and focusing on Tubman's mission of safety, hope, and healing. With Harriet Tubman as our namesake and inspiration, Tubman helps people of all ages, genders, and cultural backgrounds who have experienced violence and trauma, including relationship violence, sexual assault and exploitation, mental health issues, addiction, trafficking, and homelessness. We offer a broad continuum of services, including safety planning, shelter, housing, legal help, mental and chemical health services, youth programs, in-school violence prevention education, support groups, and much more. And we couldn't do it without your support, partnership, and investment. For all of that, we thank you.
If you're just now joining us, I'm T. Mychael Rambo with Tubman CEO Jennifer Polzin, and we're so glad you're choosing to support Tubman on this Saturday night. The theme of this year's Starlight Soiree is From Our Home to Yours, which resonates with me for several reasons. Not only because we're here in this space and you're watching from your home, but also because that's such a key part of what Tubman does. Helps people find and keep their housing in the literal, life-changing sense, but also helping find their way to themselves. So we're grateful that we're here tonight as a community, and we hope you feel inspired to make a gift that's meaningful to you to support Tubman's services.
You can make a gift anytime online, and please be sure to check out all of the enticing items in the silent auction, including 5 unique premier items. We also have mystery envelopes with surprise gift cards of equal or greater value. Have fun checking that out, and good luck bidding.
So, Jen, let's dive right in, shall we? Can you tell us a little more about how the past year's health pandemic has impacted the people served at Tubman?
The last year has been hard on most of us, and even harder on some. The people and families at Tubman have been feeling the same uncertainty, stress, loneliness, parenting challenges, grief, and economic pressures that we all have as we've navigated COVID, racialized trauma, civil unrest and violence, plus the added dangers of escalated domestic violence, isolation, mental health crises, substance abuse, or relapse. Many are without a stable home of their own. They might be staying in Tubman's emergency shelter, staying with friends or family, or even staying in their car. And all of those situations bring increased health risks during this health pandemic.
And that's really what we want to focus on tonight. And in this moment in our community's history, many of us know that the Twin Cities metro has been experiencing an affordable housing crisis for a very long time, and it's reached epic proportion. And for the families at Tubman working toward a safe and stable future, it can be so daunting to find a place to live after shelter.
It is. There is no doubt that shelter is an important piece of responding to emergencies, and we are the largest provider of shelter for victims of domestic violence in Minnesota. But shelter doesn't prevent homelessness, nor is it a long-term solution. Tubman's always worked to help people secure and maintain long-term housing, a home for themselves and their children. We provide both an on-site transitional housing program called Safe Journeys for youth and young adults who have experienced violence and trafficking, as well as community-based supportive housing for youth, adults, and families that helps people get into their own place where they can be safe and can truly thrive. So our goal tonight is to raise at least $50,000. The funds we raise this evening will help cover the cost of helping people navigate their housing search and secure housing, then help them maintain it by providing financial assistance for a period of time to help them address the crises that put their housing stability at risk, and provide home visits and other services to support them as they achieve their goals in order to move from simply surviving to actually thriving.
$50,000? I know we can do that. What do you think? Do you think we can do it? Viewers, drop a note in the chat. Make your gifts, and please help us reach that goal tonight so that more people can get home. You know, I'd like to share a little bit about what inspired me during my visit to Tubman not too long ago. When I was there, I got to speak with several of the youth living at Safe Journeys. They shared so freely about their challenges and barriers that they're facing. But what stuck with me even more was how each of them spoke so passionately about their many aspirations. As a sober person of 32 years, and one who has experienced homelessness as well as the mental health struggles of depression, I know firsthand the challenges these young people have and are going through at such a young age. They are an inspiration to me. Their experiences and insight speak of hope, promise, and possibility. They are creating a future that I am not only excited about, but one we can all be extremely proud of. Their strength, courage, and wisdom make me think of that song by India Arie. You know the one, Strength, Courage, and Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Mind if I sing a little bit of it?
Please do.
Okay. Inside my head there lives a dream that I want to see in the sun. Behind my eyes there lives a me that I've been hiding for much too long, 'cause I've been too afraid to let it show, 'cause I'm scared of the judgment that may follow. Always putting off my living for tomorrow. It's time to step out on faith. Gotta show my faith. It's been elusive for so long, but the freedom is mine today. Gotta step out on faith. Time to show my faith. Procrastination had me bound, but look what I have found. I found strength, courage, and wisdom. It's been inside of me so long.
That was beautiful.
Thank you,
Thank
Jen.
you so much for sharing your passion, your story, and your talent with us this evening.
The pleasure is absolutely mine. Tonight, all of us get to hear directly from a survivor about her journey. She'll share about her stay in Tubman's shelter and what her life is like today. Strength, courage, and wisdom indeed.
I got to meet Julene when she participated in a virtual shelter team meeting. She is an incredible advocate for other survivors and is truly a change maker. We are so grateful that Julene continues to share her knowledge and perspective by leading our Shelter Advisory Board. She makes recommendations to make sure that our services are the best they can be. I know how important it is to her to share her experience in hopes of encouraging people who might currently be facing some of the same things that she has. It is my honor to introduce you to Julene as she shares part of her story with us tonight.
We were stranded in another state. We were stranded in Virginia. And me and my son, we basically we were homeless. We were staying in a hotel and we had ran out of money. And my ex, the one that I was in like a toxic relationship with and abusive, he left us. Some of the types of abuse, physical, the pushing, the shaking, the headbutting, the name calling, the belittling. I asked my son said he wanted to come back to Minnesota. And I was like, okay, we'll go. I wanted my child to be happy and feel safe, so we came back. I was calling around, and that's how I heard about Tubman, And I could have went to any shelter possibly, but I picked a domestic violence shelter because I was scared. This man knew my social security number. He already demonstrated violence, abuse and stuff. And I didn't want him to come back and come get us or anything like that. So I really just was scared. Not just, it was like his dad and my ex, at the time that we got away from. So it just was a lot. And I kept calling. I just didn't give up. And finally, one of the advocates called me back and say, there's a bed open. I felt safe. I felt like somebody had my back. Somebody really actually could protect me. I felt like I would get the help I need because I was always wondering what's wrong with me to keep picking these men or these type of relationships. And most importantly, I feel like a better mom. I feel like I was doing good by him. And then on top of that, I felt ashamed because I lost everything that I worked so hard for. At least that's what it felt like at the time. I knew that Tubman, I didn't know a lot, but I knew that y'all offer enough services to help me be better or become better and get on the right track. Life is as good as it's going to get right now. In spite of the pandemic, I can't complain. I'm healthy. I know I have boundaries. I'm more self-aware of the red flags. I'm an opportunity navigator for AmeriCorps. And that entails building resumes, helping people find jobs, especially during the pandemic. So I really feel like I'm making a difference. Well, this is how it feels to be on a resident advisory. It's empowering. Like I said, I feel like I'm giving back. Definitely contributing to the community. I feel like I'm helping build the community. I am the voice of the survivor. Home today means to me a place that I feel at peace to lay my head. At home, of course, it means safety. It means protection, it means security, but it's also a place where I can revive. I can be refreshed, be re-energized. I can get it together. It's a place where I can make love, like build love, within my family. It's a place where I can counsel, I can be counsel, I can counsel safely, I can teach, I can practice discipline, within my home. It's a place where I feel warm. Of course, I feel warm. I live in Minnesota. I feel warm. But no, like with inside too, like I feel warm. I could cook the meals that make you feel good. It tastes good, I get to laugh as loud as I want. Usually, I'm not disrespectful because I'm in an apartment, but late at night. But I get to laugh. You know what I'm saying? I get to play my music. I get to dance. I get to learn something new. I get to play like it's movies time. It's movie night. It's the theater. It's a place where we play. We definitely play in my house. We play. I do my art. Sometimes I do art there. And there's a place for me to work. I can work. I can really think about what do I need to do? How can I change? How can I be better to give back, to be greater? The things that we got from the donors and supporters that, was donated to us, it really helped restore us and gave us hope and feel more valued again and added value. I always want Tubman to see what they've done, the greatness that they built, the greatness they invested. Like, it's like, look at me, look what you did. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're proud because it means everything. You saved my life, you saved my son's life.
Jen, her story is amazing. It opens up a heart space that really responds to why it's so important to support Tubman. It speaks to what it means to have a home that's safe and secure, the resilience that she expressed, the tenacity and the perseverance to stick to it until she found a safe space, and that she found it with Tubman means so very much. The fact that she spoke so poignantly about how empowered she feels today and how much Tubman has helped her see herself in a different way and given her the hope and the possibility to see herself and her greater yet to be realized. That's an amazing thing, and that's what Tubman does.
She is absolutely an inspiration in so many ways. I'm just so moved as I hear her describe what home means to her and the joy that shines through. It's so powerful. Thank you, Julene, for reminding all of us about the profound importance of what we too often take for granted. Housing is more than having a roof over your head. It's a human right, and it's about equity, and it's about dignity and dreams. People at Tubman work so hard every day to make that a reality for themselves and for their children. But sometimes it's overwhelming, and you just feel hopeless and all alone.
And that is why we're here tonight, to help. Because we're all in this together, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it ain't an oncoming train. Think about it. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. Oh, when I think about that, just not being afraid of the dark, and it makes me think of the heart space that Maya Angelou expressed in this one quote where she says, "To reach for the stars is ambitious, but to reach for hearts is wise." And that's what we're doing tonight. We're reaching hearts and reaching for the stars.
You know, Harriet Tubman talked about reaching for the stars as well. And that's what we're going to do right now. If you registered in advance, please check your phone and you should have a text message with a link to give. If you're joining us tonight without pre-registering, it's not too late. Just go to tubman.org, click the Starlight Soiree image on our homepage, and you'll be directed to the right place. Every single gift helps and gets us closer to that ambitious and wise goal of $50,000.
And a goal I think we can attain. Tonight, your gift sends a message of hope to survivors. It tells them that you believe in them, that you believe in their worth, that they are not alone. Please, give if you can.
Thank you to all of you who've already made or are making gifts right now. You are making a tangible difference in people's lives.
All right, Jen. Now you're ready to have some fun? All right, well, here's time to introduce the premier auction items.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Tonight's first package is for all you football fans. Get your purple or your green gear ready for the long-standing rivalry between the Minnesota Vikings and Green Bay Packers. You and a guest can experience this matchup at the historic outdoor Lambeau Field in the upcoming 2021-22 season.
That's amazing. Next up, escape to downtown Minneapolis for a night of decadence. You'll dine, relax, or entertain friends in a luxurious suite located atop the Ivy Tower. This ultra-luxe two-story penthouse is an elegant refuge where you can take in the city's most spectacular views from a rooftop balcony and panoramic windows. You'll enjoy 1,900 square feet of indoor living space with a king bedroom and above a loft-like retreat. It includes $200 toward a pampering service at the on-site and a spa and complimentary valet parking to complete your stay.
That does sound cool. Now here's another cool experience. You and 7 friends can join Heather Manley, owner and founder of Crooked Water Spirits, at her home on a horse farm in Minnetrista for a truly unique experience, tasting her spirits while enjoying gourmet nosh boards and more. This is a casual event where you can ask questions and possibly try yet unreleased spirits while relaxing on an island that overlooks protected waters and wildlife.
Wow.
Wow is right.
Now, you truly cannot find this next experience anywhere else. And in fact, I got to do this last fall. It's serious fun, and the scenery is absolutely breathtaking. You and a guest will head up north for a guided moose calling and wildlife expedition while enjoying a 2-night stay at the Gunflint Lodge. Your driver and host is Bruce Kerfoot, an 80-year-old native of the Gunflint area and former resort owner, who is taught the indigenous ways of the region. He will drive you to various overlooks with short walks looking for some of the area's big moose and other wildlife. He's going to teach you how to call a moose with a homemade birch bark caller. There'll be mid-morning breaks with homemade, freshly baked scones by his wife Sue and a beverage. After exploring, you'll end up at the Kerfoot home for a walleye shore lunch, freshly caught from Tucker Lake.
Oh, walleye, and then fresh walleye. Are you chomping at the bit to travel again now that we're rounding another corner and many more people have received their vaccinations? Well, last but certainly not least, you can kick off next year's ski season in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Enjoy a week's stay at the Ski In and Ski Out Sheraton Steamboat Resort in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath villa with a full kitchen, fireplace and balcony, and after a day on the slopes, experience the quaint town with fantastic restaurants and shops and natural hot springs to soak your cares away. a perfect Rocky Mountain vacation. Okay, Jen, now it's time. Now it's time to bring it home. Sorry, I just couldn't resist.
Our time together has come to a close, and we are so pleased that you've been with us tonight.
Thank you.
From our home to yours, thank you for your incredible generosity and commitment.
The auction continues until 9 p.m., so make your bids. I'm Mychael Rambo, alongside Tubman CEO Jen Polzin, and we thank you again for joining us for the 2021 Starlight Soiree, presented by RBC Wealth Management.
With great gratitude to Julene and to all of you, we wish you a good night.